Good morning and welcome to another episode of Get Started with Vendasta. Really great to see everyone here this week. And welcome to our session on the AI Inside Salesperson from inquiry to income. As always, I am one of your resident customer success managers, Nathan Yaworski. I'm joined today by my colleague Lily Yip, and she is going to be helping with the Q&A portion, fielding those questions as they come in, and also bringing them to the screen for our Q&A session. Thank you, Lily, for being here. Now, as always, we have our housekeeping here. We've got the age-old question, are we recording this? Yes, the answer is yes, we are recording this. You will receive a replay link as a registrant of this webinar, and you can revisit all of our old videos at our Get Started with Vendasta playlist on YouTube, and all of our Vendasta webinars in the Vendasta content library on our website. Now, as for questions, we are going to have that Q&A at the end. So if you have questions, please do make use of the Q&A section on the right hand of your screen. And let's dive right in. And have to click on the right thing. So today we're going to be talking about another AI custom employee. If you remember, a number of weeks ago, we did an overview of the soft release of these pre-built AI employees. That's the inside salesperson, the data analyst, and the support agent. And today we're going to focus a little bit on the AI inside salesperson. So this is not just a Q&A chatbot. This is not somebody who's just gathering leads. This is an employee that acts as a professional consultant to validate those leads, demonstrating expertise and qualifying potential leads before they ever hit your calendar. It's not just taking a message, it's going to handle objections. It's going to ask the right questions and make sure that this is a client that you or your own clients, if they're building this for themselves, if this person is somebody that they'll be able to help. It uses Discovery Gate to ensure that leads are a good fit before booking. It syncs with your calendar to make sure that meeting gets secured if the potential client is a right fit. It employs value pivots to handle those sales objections, and it helps populate your CRM with that verified high intent data. Now, in order to be able to build out and utilize the AI sales rep, you need any addition of Conversations AI, if it's in the business app, the client-facing business app. Of course, for you Vendasta partners, as long as you are on professional or premium tier, you have access to building out these AI employees yourselves in Partner Center as well. Today, we're going to be working out a business app since that's what your clients will be experiencing. But the process of setting these up is going to look nearly identical, if not exactly identical, in Partner Center as well. All right, so let's dive in, not the audience Q&A yet. I'm going to switch which screen I'm sharing, and I have made myself a user on where is it here? There we go. I've made myself a user on our Amplify local business, the Glow 2 spot, our test environment here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger for you because it's just a tad on the small side. Okay, let me just get my ducks in a row. Thanks for bearing with me, folks. Wonderful. So I'm going to be walking us through the build of this agent. I'm using instructions that we have published for you and for your clients in our business app documentation resource. After the walkthrough today, we'll be providing a link to that article where you can find the instructions on how to build your very own AI inside salesperson, data analyst, and support agent. So stay tuned for that link later. But for now, we're going to walk through building this agent. So we've checked that Conversations AI is active. The next thing, if you want that agent to be able to book those meetings, you want to make sure you've got a connected calendar. To ensure that you've done this, your clients will have to go to their CRM and business app here. And this will be for you as well, for you partners who are doing this in Partner Center. You go to CRM, we go to My Meetings, and then you go to set up this general booking link. So I'm going to go ahead and quickly power through this here. I'm going to link my Google Calendar so that it knows what meetings I already have on the go, and I'm not getting double booked. And then it has a place to put those meetings once they've been created by the agent. Next, we choose our meeting app. I'm going to stick with Google Meet because I'm already using my Google Calendar. Now, meeting recording is available if you have CRM AI Pro or Premium. You'll be able to record your meetings in Business app, and that is available, as we mentioned in our previous CRM AI session, that is available on Google Meet and Microsoft Teams at this time. So you can see I've got it set to record my meetings, all that stuff. If you haven't done this already for yourself, I recommend going into Partner Center and setting up your calendar. This is a very important part of making sure that you're getting the most out of the CRM tools you have available. And then, of course, we have these managed booking links in here. So that's fantastic. All right, so once that calendar is set up, now we want to make sure that we are building our AI in the right spot. So we're going to go to AI and Workforce. Up in the top corner, you're going to see this Create button. I don't know why it's taking quite so long to load my screen. As you know, this is where all of your AI employees will be living. We've got our chat receptionist, our voice receptionist, and any other AI employees that you've got. Little sneak preview for our social media manager and our blogger. They have not been released yet, but they are coming very soon. So keep your eyes peeled on our new releases for the new social AI product release. But that's just a little commercial for future, a little peek behind the curtain. We're going to click on Create to create a custom employee, and that's going to bring us to our configuration screen, which should be fairly familiar to anyone who's played around with our AI. But before I dive in too heavily here, actually, can I get Lily to put that poll up? I'd like to get a sense of how many people have already played around with getting this AI or an AI, custom AI set up. And if you haven't, maybe some of your clients have had some success in doing this. So just give us a sense of where everyone's at. I forgot to do this earlier. We got some people dipping their toes in. That's fantastic. A few people not yet. That's okay. That's what this session and other sessions like it are trying to help with, to try and demystify the creation process for these custom agents. So it's a pretty good balance. We've got a fair bit, looks like about 60-40-ish. All right, you can go ahead and close that poll there, Lily. Thank you very much, everyone, for giving us that feedback there. Now, you will see the configure screen as always. You can do certain things like give your custom employee a name. Like I'm going to call him Steven. And I'm going to click on this and choose a picture for Steven. Let's say this guy, Steven. That's a friendly looking sales type guy. You can also, of course, put your own photos in there if you'd like, or if you have a photo you've generated that you'd like to use instead of one of our many fun looking people in here, or animals, I guess. Oh man, you know what? I think Steven's going to be a monkey. That's even more fun. So the first thing we want to define, of course, is the, we're going to click save so it remembers we've named them. And we are going to set up the role prompt. So this role field, if you will remember, this defines who your AI is and what the heck they're doing here. Now we have this generic role built in here. For this particular agent, we don't want just the generic stuff. So I'm going to pull a pre-built purpose, a pre-built role here, specific to the AI salesperson, the inside salesperson. I'm going to pop that in here. You are a professional inbound sales consultant. Your goal is to guide the customer towards a solution, the appointment/consultation, by demonstrating expertise and empathy. Introduce yourself and the business on your first message. Your tone should be confident, empathetic, and solution-oriented. You are the expert who knows how to help. Maintain a high standard of professionalism. The strategy, don't just take a message. Validate the customer's needs. Position the business as the expert provider. Be succinct, but high value. Every message should provide clarity or a path forward. We want to keep the conversation moving by always asking a specific qualifying or logistical question. And of course, we want to use the predominant language of the conversation or primary language of the country where the business is located. So we're going to pop that in there. Please don't worry about taking notes. As I mentioned, all of this is built out into a support article that I'm going to be sharing out at the end, and you can bookmark and use at your leisure. There we go. We're going to save that. Now our role's been modified. The next thing we are going to want to do is add a capability, the discovery capability. Right now we don't have any in here yet, so let's click add a capability. Now the discovery capability isn't pre-built out in here. We do have it really well laid out for you in this article that I will be sharing. So to build that, we're going to click new capability. We're going to give it a name. This is going to be the, let's call it the lead discovery capability. And our description is going to be this. It qualifies inbound leads by confirming the business can serve their need before capturing contact information. So essentially, you can think of this as a leveled up version of your chat receptionist, the AI chat receptionist. If you are looking to have those qualified conversations and not just catch every lead that comes to your website, this is the way you're going to want to go. Now in the prompt field, we're going to copy and paste the prompt that we built out. We can see we've got our discovery and retrieval, which is priority 1. It's mandatory discovery. You have to identify the specific service or issue the customer needs help with to ensure that the business can assist. You want to build that rapport and also have efficiency. Ask for the user's name immediately in your greeting or your first response to build that connection. And then for broad requests like workflows or projects or consultations, you can proceed with capturing the name and phone number while simultaneously asking those discovery questions to clarify their specific needs. And then of course we've got our qualification, objection handling, urgent, safety, and emergencies, prioritize safety. So if somebody is for whatever reason on your website chatting that they need someone to call the hospital, it's going to advise them to dial 911. But if it's urgent service needs, it's going to expedite that lead capture. And then of course the priority is always to prioritize capturing that phone number before an email address. Phone number is just a little bit more of a real deal. Harder to just make up a phone number that is going to be accepted by the AI. And now we're going to click done, and we're going to click save. So it saves that there. Now we want to enable a few built-in capabilities to augment this lead discovery here. The two that we're going to enable are the capture leads capability, and I would like it to be able to book appointments with me if it's a qualified lead as well. So I'm going to add the book appointments meeting, or book appointments capability rather. The contacts leads is just the same as your chat receptionist as well. It's going to try and capture that first name, last name, phone number, email, and it builds out that workflow and the do's and don'ts, and how to validate phone numbers and whatnot. That's already built in for you, nice and easy. And then with our book appointments, now that we've got that calendar set up, I can choose which link I want them to book with. So in this case, I want them to book a 30-minute meeting with me. Now we're going to click save on those capabilities. Now, finally, retrieve knowledge. That capability is already enabled by default for all AI employees. So we don't have to build a capability to retrieve knowledge. It's just going to know to do that. However, we do need to make sure we are adding those knowledge sources. Now, for this sort of a an AI employee. Of course, the business profile information, the website training is all important, but you also want to be really specific with the services that you offer, and more importantly, the services that you often get asked for, but you don't offer, so that if somebody comes asking for a service that isn't on your list, the AI knows to right away tell them, hey, we can't help you out with that. Thanks for your interest. So we're going to add some extra knowledge here. As you all know, hopefully, you can add knowledge by either scanning a website, uploading a file, or just plain text. In this case, I'm just going to add a plain text knowledge. This is going to services that we offer. And I've written this out. Now, this isn't something that's in the article. I just drafted this out quickly for this example agency. You can see we provide the following digital services: business listing management, reputation management, social, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then I specified we do not provide advertising services for the following: newspaper, billboards, radio, or podcasts. So if anyone comes asking for a radio ad or a billboard, my AI should now know that we can't help them out and they should go somewhere else. So training's been queued. It is now learning that knowledge. We're going to click save. And that is that. Now, once this has been built out, you're going to want to test and refine this here. And in order to do that, what we can do is we can chat with our AI right within the platform, and it will act as if we were a customer on their website. So let's go chat. We're going to start a conversation with Stephen. Hi there. I'm interested in your services. So let's see how Stephen does. Hello, Nathan. Thank you for reaching out to the Glow 2 Spot. We're a premier beauty bar with several locations across the US, specializing in services. Oh, here we go. That was its thinking, I guess. There we go. That was its first draft. I'm here to help you get matched with your ideal beauty and wellness experience. We're a premier beauty bar with several locations across, specializing in manicures, pedicures, and facials. So I guess when I built this out, I was thinking of an agency. So actually, let's go ahead and switch up our knowledge source. So it's based on beauty. That was silly. Here we go. So we provide, here we'll just say we do not provide the following. Free cucumber water, or hot stone massage. So let's see what it does with that. We are training it now. All right, let's go back to our chat here. My name is Nathan and my number is 523 554 1234. Do you? I am looking. Now, of course, this thinking here wouldn't show up for the public. This is because we are looking internally at the process. Here's a quick little overview. Okay, and to get a hot stone massage for me and my wife. Let's see if it's had enough time to chew on my knowledge source there. Aha, oh, it looks like it's going to get it right. So it's thinking, it's verifying. Thanks for letting me know. While we offer a wide range of massage therapy and body treatments, the hot stone massage is not currently part of our service menu. So now, in this case, Stephen is trying to see if there's anything else that I can help with. If this were more of a sales conversation, like an agency, it would likely just shut the conversation down. Yeah, sorry, we don't do billboards. Sorry, we don't do podcast ads. So we can see that Stephen is doing a pretty good job. Now you can ask it a number of different questions. One of the qualifications that I did was an out of scope request. We could also test it by giving some objections, some trying to book appointments, see if it captures the leads in the correct sequence. And you can ask about a service the business does offer. So then it should ask for your name first, then confirm your need, then proceed to the phone number. Because I gave it my name before I told it what it wanted, it did capture my information. But if I'd been straight up about looking for a hot stone massage, it shouldn't have gone ahead and then asked for my contact information unless it was able to ascertain if there was another service that it could help me with. Now, all those tests are laid out on how to test and refine. They're laid out in that article as well. When it comes time to actually installing it, what you're going to do is, I'm going to configure Stephen here, and what we'll have to do first is take off the AI chat receptionist, and I'm not actually going to do this because I don't want to, but I don't want to ruin our demo environment. But I would uncheck the button that says message received on web chat, the Glow 2 spot, and then I'd go back to Stephen and check that button so that it would take over that functionality. And from there, you can, as normal, go in and customize how Stephen looks. You can customize the welcome greeting, the initial AI message, the coloring to match your branding, and all that fun stuff. And then here is the installation instructions for either the floating chat widget, or if you want Stephen to live in a specific spot on your website, there's instructions on how to embed the chat widget as well. All right, now that comes to the end of my build tutorial here. Lily, can I ask you to put up that, that link for creating custom employees under our CTAs? Perfect. So this link here will take you to docs.businessapp.io. This is a gray labeled resource. So not only can you look at this and use it, you can share it with your clients. It doesn't say anything about Vendasta on there. One thing I will say, it is gray labeled, not white labeled. So if you've gone ahead and changed the name of your business app, for instance, it's not going to know that. It's going to go ahead and just be calling everything business app or, you know, reputation AI or whatever else. It's going to be using the standard default nomenclature on those. So if you have done a lot of changing and rebranding of the Vendasta naming conventions, I would recommend not sharing this necessarily directly with them, but you can definitely use it, repurpose it, or at the very least use it for your own knowledge so you can guide your clients. Excellent. So now we are going to stop sharing this screen. There we go. And we're going to hop back to our, oh, where did it go here? I'm going to hop back to our slideshow for our Q&A section. Do we have any questions, Lily, in our Q&A? Awesome. We got one from Eddington. With the rapid influx of all-in-one platforms entering the market, how should we as partners evaluate whether it's worth exploring new tools versus going deeper with the Vendasta ecosystem? Many of these platforms promise everything, but in practice often fall short or overlap with what we already have. Is the real advantage now in consolidation and mastery rather than constantly testing new tools? This is a really good question, kind of big brain thinking for the agency owners in the room. What I would say, and I'm obviously biased, but the real strength of Vendasta's platform is that we are not only currently an all-in-one platform for digital marketing, but we are also breaking into and at the cutting edge of the AI space as well. We are building out these tools. We are building out these capabilities. They're getting released. As you've already seen this year, we've released Reputation AI for automated review responses. We've released CRM AI for that high-powered CRM experience, the live self-updating CRM. Coming next month, I believe we have social AI being rolled out, where not only will you be able to draft your social post in social marketing, or in the social dashboard rather, but you'll be able to have the AI post them on your behalf as well, really taking the manual work right out of there with Social AI Premium. That's coming very soon. Please keep your eye on our changelog there. That being said, as far as strategy of how to position yourself and how to best leverage the tools that we have, I've got some really great news for you. And I'm going to dive into this a little bit at the end here in a little bit more detail, but we have a new webinar series starting up that is going to be diving into the sales and strategy of the Vendasta platform, the AI tools, and how to position your agency as someone who can address the needs of your customers all from one spot. So I know it's kind of a large answer to your large question there. We do have lots coming, and I'll be giving some detail on our upcoming webinar series right after our question and answers today. Thank you so much. From Clint, could we just add these capabilities to our existing chat agent so we don't have to completely rebuild a new one? Clint, that's a very good question. This is something that you could do. The one thing that I will caution you on is when you're building custom agents, trying to get them to do too many things, have too many plates spinning, and too many skill sets can lead to confusion and AI hallucinations. Now, in this case, for this use case with the AI sales assistant, it's essentially doing the same job as the chat receptionist, but it's added that qualifications capability. So in this case, honestly, it might make sense to just try out copy pasting that capability and roll into the existing chat receptionist. I would recommend testing it out for yourself before rolling that out to your clients. But that's a very, very solid point. In most cases, you're going to want a different employee for a different job, but in this case, it does overlap quite well. So very good call out there, Clint. All right. And from John, is Vendasta building an MCP server to connect AI apps to it and vice versa? I'm not familiar with that term, and maybe I'm calling myself out as ignorant. Is anyone familiar in our team about MCP servers? Model Context Protocol, lightweight program standardizing how AI applications interact with external AI data and tools. I don't have a solid answer for you on that, John. I know we are working on a lot of things. The era of vibe coding is here, and we are working on an internal vibe coding tool, which may be able to handle some of this, but I don't want to give you too much information for fear of leading you down the wrong rabbit hole here. So I'll leave it at that. I don't have any specific answers for you there, but I would recommend that you go to our changelog. And Lily, if you want to put that feedback link up from our CTAs. This is where you can leave product feedback, and you can also view that changelog to see new releases. That would be honestly an excellent question to put in product feedback. If you're wanting to get our developers' eyes on it as well. So thank you so much for raising that. I wish I had more that I could tell you on that. All right. Any other questions today? Vendasta is shaping up to be an agent harness or maybe a central system for AI and automation, as well as central nervous system for your clients and agency respectively. Yeah, I mean, honestly, that's it's definitely the direction that we are headed. the era of SaaS, like software as a service, while it may not be, fully dead, it's certainly evolving and changing very rapidly. And at Vendasta, we are just doing our best to stay at the cutting edge of that. And I'm very pleased and proud to say that our developers and even our rank and file team have just been really getting our hands dirty, learning more, exploring, and it's really what you have to do. So honestly, if there's ever a question of, oh, can I do this? Give it a shot. As Miss Frizzle said in the Magic School Bus, take chances, make mistakes, get messy. Don't be afraid to play with it, right? And that's kind of our philosophy here. And we're excited to be on this journey with you guys as partners. All right. Any more questions? One more. All right. I'm hearing one more. Is there a purpose field in the AI configurations? So in some of the resources that we shared, it talks about the purpose field. That has since been changed to the role field. So just expand role, and that's purpose. We just haven't updated the language on that. That's a good call out. I'll make sure our support team is made aware of that old terminology in there. All right, I am going to now, I think, move us on. Thank you so much for all your questions. Now, as always, I'll give you a little sneak peek as what's next for us here at Getting Started with Vendasta. Next week, we are going to be talking business app, onboarding your clients, activating the AI workforce, and really just showing you all the power that what you are offering has to offer your clients. That's going to be May the 5th, same bat time, same bat channel. But wait, there's more, as the man said. We have a couple of really excellent webinar learning opportunities for you today, one of which I alluded to, but the other one I wanted to talk about here is beyond websites. This is an introduction to one of our newest trusted vendors, Beyond Private Label. They build beautiful WordPress websites, and they're going to be taking you through exactly what that service offering looks like. This is a great team to work with. They're super personal, super friendly. So you can register for that here. That is tomorrow at 12 p.m. Eastern time. So don't miss that. Even if you can't make it at 12 p.m., I would highly recommend registering so you get that replay link and you can watch it back. Obviously, it's always best to attend live and you can be part of the discussion, but at the very least, you won't miss out on seeing that. The next one I want to highlight, I already mentioned, is the AI-powered agency, and this is presented by Vendasta's own head of agency growth and sales, Jeff Leibel. We like to call him internally Mr. Vendasta, and it's essentially the start of this new sales and strategy webinar that we're going to be rolling out. He wants to help you position your agency as one that is ready to really lean into AI. Stop selling those features, start selling those outcomes, and position your agency as an AI leader. So please don't miss that either. That is Thursday, April 30th at 12 Eastern. Is that 12 Eastern? I think it must be. I pulled it right from the page, so that's good. Yeah, 12 Eastern. Confirmed. Anyway, thank you guys so much today. Please don't miss those webinars. We will see you again next week for Business App, and have a fantastic rest of your week. Take care, and we'll see you soon.